Have you ever found yourself carving for a particular dish but have no idea where to find it? Or have you ever wanted to try a new restaurant but didn't know what to expect? Well, the internet had made it easier for us to satisfy our carving and explore different food options with the food websites. With just a few clicks or tap, food websites provide us a wealth of information about restaurants and food-related topics. Food websites such as Yelp, Zomato, and TripAdvisor provide us user-generated reviews and ratings that help us to discover new restaurants and food places. We can see the picture of different dishes, read the ambience, and get recommendations from the food critics after finding them on the food websites. My name is Mehak Alamgir, and in today's video I will show you how you can create a food website in just 3 steps. Before that, let us discuss why WordPress is best for making websites. As we all know that WordPress is popular because it can customize, easy to use and secure. It has a wide range of templates and plugins that allow users to quickly create websites that are attractive and functional. It is also cost-effective as there are both free and paid options available for the WordPress. WordPress is also a SEO friendly, which means the website created with the WordPress are more likely to appear in the search engine results. WordPress enables users to easily add features, create content, and engage visitors. It also makes it easier to stay organized and manage the content. For any WordPress website, we are required to have a domain name and the hosting. For the domain name, there are some criteria which you are seeing on your screen. Domain name is one of the most important part of any websites or blog. When you start a personal blog or a website for your business, you need to get a great domain name. Some of the main few examples are seen on your screen right here that how you can easily get the domain name with the keyword rich domains. Besides domain, we are also required the hosting. Hosting providers help the website to run smoothly and reliable by providing server space, technical support, and security measures to keep the customer data safe. Next, let us discuss the criteria used to rank hosting providers. To determine the best hosting providers, we must consider customer service, the range of the feature offer, server time up, and affordability. Finally, let us go over some of the best hosting providers that I recommend to you. Basically, the best hosting providers in the India include Bluehost, UltraHost, FastComment.com, wordpress, and one of the most recommendable hosting that I always suggest is the Kinsta hosting provider. Kinsta hosting is an amazing hosting to set up your WordPress website. For signing up at the Kinsta hosting, please see the description box below. They offer reliable services, excellent customer services, and lot of features and affordable prices which make that hosting the most valuable that can use with the WordPress. After buying the hosting, the next step is to install the WordPress. It is usually done by the hosting provider, so you don't need to worry about that. Let's get back to our main topic, that how we can create the food website in just 3 steps. First of all, we need to install a responsive theme at our website, for which we have to go to the appearance sections of our dashboard and then click on the theme options. After that, you can click on the add new option and search for the responsive theme. I already have it in my library, so from over here I am clicking on the install and activated button for activated this theme on my WordPress website. Here you can see the responsive theme is installed at our website. After installing the theme, now we have to move to the second step. Let us explore some plugins which we are using. Here we are using the 2 main plugins over here, for which we have to go to the plugins option from the dashboard and then click on the add new options. The 2 plugins that I'm using over here are the Elementor and the responsive starter template. You have to search in the search bar option for the responsive starter template, and we have to install it like we have to install the theme previously. As you can see the responsive starter template, Elementor and WordPress template on your screen. Now we have to click on the install now option, and after installing we have to activate this plugins. We are using a custom based plugins over here for creating the websites. You can see the installation process is complete. Now I have to click on the activate button for activating this plugin. As you can see, the plugin is installed on our website and we are seeing a responsive option over here in the collapse menu option. Now we have to click on the responsive and click on the responsive template to see the template over here which we are using easily to create a food website. The third main step for creating site is to select and build in template and customize it by using the drag and drop method. In the responsive starter templates, we have different types of templates that can use easily, and we will create our required website by just drag and dragging method. Over here I am using any food website template and I will show you how you can easily customize it according to your preference. There are many of the starter templates. Some of them are free and some of them are pro version. If you want to buy the pro versions, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check that out. Currently over here I am using a free version of the responsive starter template for creating our website. You can see they have a huge variety from elements to the yoga instructor and to the transport and on-page consultant structures over here. Either you are creating a e-commerce website or a one-piece corporate lawyer website, you have the whole opportunity to create it. Over here I am using a food template which can easily customize according to our need. So you can see over here that I am using this food template over here, for which I have to click on the preview button so that we can easily see our starter template over here. So this is how my food template is actually looking like, and I am just editing the whole template according to my need and created a fully functional food related website according to my need. For creating this website, we have to import this template in our website, for which we have to click on import site option. After clicking the import site option, you have the four options, that is install the required plugins, delete the previous import, import content and import customized settings. Over here we will click the import site options and wait for a few minutes so that all the four things that are displayed on the screen are installed and import one by one. Now as you can see that our site import is complete and we have to click on the launch site button. After clicking the launch site button, you can see that my site is actually being customized according to the starter template we have selected. The whole site is look like that according to the requirements the template is actually having. Now I have to customize it and make it an Indian food blogging website according to my need, for which I have to use over here a plugin known as Elementor. While we are installing and importing this plugin, the Elementor plugin is automatically import and install in our website. Now we only have to edit and using the drag and drop method for editing and customizing this website. First of all, we have to click on the edit and then we have to click on the edit with Elementor button. After clicking the Elementor button, now you can easily see that we have our responsive template over here. Now you can bring the personal touches to the template and make it according to your requirements. You can see the header options of the template over here, which we have mentioned bring spices to life. Now I have to change this heads to heading according to my requirements, for which I have to click on that heading, and in the title option I will add the title that I want. So I deleted the whole title and write a new title which says add some masala to your life. It can be anything that you want to write over here. It's only depend upon your requirements. As you can see that the title is written successfully and we have the H2 tag over here. If you want any other heading or the paragraph section, you can easily change it according to the requirements, but I'll make sure to have it at the H2. You can also align the title according to your requirements. It's centralized at the moment, but if you want, you can drag it to the left or drag it to the right according to the need, but I prefer to make it centralized. Moreover, if we can see the styling option over here, according to the text, we can change the text color, the typography, the text stroke, the text shadow and the blending mode. I am usually changing the typography because I love the font Times New Roman over here for selecting about my whole website. You can also use it according to your requirements, but I'll always suggest to use the Time New Roman font as it is the most perfect font for any website. After that, if you want, you can also use the advanced sections for the layout, and you can also use the other options that are available in the responsive advanced options. After creating the H2, we have our site tagline over here. If you want, you can also change it, but it is on the span, and that I actually really love. Over here, I want a space bar in the emotion, so I can put it like that. You can also align, or you can also change the text accordingly, but more over here, I'm also again going to the style option, and also make sure that the text is actually written in the Time New Roman. Each time you want, you can also increase the size of the text over here that you love. Now I have to make it to the 20 because I think now this is look even more better over here. Each time you update an option, just click on the update option below so that your site is actually updating all the relevant changes that you are providing to your website. After that, you can see a button floating over here which I want to change. When I click on this button, it is clearly show there adjustment and the edit button settings on the left hand side. Now you see the text over here written as the read more, but I want to make it as my subscribe button. For that, I'll change this text more here to the subscribe option. You can write it accordingly to your need, and I will write here is subscribe now. If you want, you can also give the link which you want to allot to this button. So I have my own TV channel over here at the YouTube, for which I will copy up my URL and paste that URL in the link section so that this link button will link to that specific link. If you want, you can create the icon spacing as well, but now I will go to the style option, and we are just over here putting the icon below or besides the subscribe now option. Okay, for the subscribe now button, we also have a very good thing that I really love about it, that it had a text color option and a background type option. You can also give the gradient color to your button according to your needs. So I will make sure to have it something in yellow so that it will look even more good. If you want, you can change the text color to any of your main choice. If I can have it in the black option, but I think white looks good over here, so I'm going over here with the white option. Moreover, if you want, you can again change the typography over here. So I'm changing the railways to the Time New Roman here. So as my whole website is based on a single font and each and everything looks perfect. Now you can see the difference, that how we can easily create it and easily customize it in just some few steps. This section is actually completed. If you want, you can change the background picture, but I'm good to go with that, so I'm going with that. After that, if we scroll down over here, we have our favorite recipes section. Now I want to change this section specifically and mention up over here the heading, the best Indian cuisine ever. For which, what I have to do, I have to click on the favorite recipes option and again customize it. So I can write over here best Indian cuisine for 2023. You can write it according to yours, and I'm also keeping it an H2 heading. If you want to give it another heading option, you can also give it to the H3 option. So now let's go with the H3 option over here, and then we go to the styled option. I want to change the color in the blue so that my cuisine and my heading looks attractive over here. Again, I have to open up the title section, and I have to change the font to the Time New Roman. As I told you previously, that all the website text should look equal. If you want, you can actually increase or decrease the size of the font. So I'll keep it to the 55 and keep it to the bold rather than semi-bold so that it looks more amazing. If you want, you can change the other things like the stroke or the shadows according to your needs. Or moreover, you also have an option of word spacing if you want it or not. After changing the text, now I want to add more pictures to this category. So if I click over here, you can see that we have different type of pictures available. Now I want to make sure that we are using Indian cuisines over here, for which what I have to do, I have to select any of the picture. Like I select this picture, I'll click here on the left hand side, choose image options, and we have so many different type of pictures in our library. If you have a picture in the library, that is good to go, and if you don't have that, you can upload or insert the pictures from the URL as well. I am using a media library over here for displaying up the pictures. Like I have so many food pictures available over here, so I have choosing the 𝗣𝗑𝗴𝗶 recipe picture over here and click on insert media. Now you can see that the picture exactly goes to change. If I want to change this burger over here, I can also do that, and if I want to change this price over here, I can also choose that. Moreover, in this tutorial, I will let you know that how you can add more pictures to this gallery. But before that, we can change the name of our cuisine over here. So I'm writing here 𝗣𝗑𝗴𝗶 as this is the name of the dish over here. If you want, you can actually write the description below. If you have any of the description according to your recipe, you can also paste it into the description section, and you can also tell the details about it. As it is a picture gallery, so we are not providing the whole recipes over here. We are just providing a little bit of description according to our required recipe. If you want, you can also link the videos over here according to your need, and if you want the title tag to be changed, then you also have to change it. But for now, I have to put it to the H5 for each of them, as it looks good over here. If you want, you can also stylize this, and you can also change the spacing, the width of the images over here. You can also have the other options over here according to the content that you can easily change. You can change the colors, the typographies. As I told you above and previously, that I always love to use the Time New font for every single of mine heading at the website, so you can change and customize it accordingly. If you want your website gallery part to be written the main title into another color, you can actually choose this. If I choose this, you can see the 𝗣𝗑𝗴𝗶 color turns to pink, but I think we can choose it to some of the red options as it looks good and attractive. If you don't like it, you can also go with the color and shades of green. I think green looks much better than the other colors, so I'll make sure it like that. Like the same menu, you can also create the other two of them. So if I click over here, again go to the choose menu, and I want to choose something for my own self. This is time I'm going to pick this dal paratha recipe over here. I'm clicking on it and I'm inserting it. Now I have to change the title and description again. Now as you can see, I changed whole of the thing into an Indian cuisine type of a stuff. So this is how you can easily customize according to your requirements, that what part you want and what part you are not want, just by dragging and dropping and adding some of the relevant details. Now move to the next part over here. In this responsive template, we have a gallery. As you can see the gallery option here, now I am just putting up some Indian pictures over here according to their names and according to their details, so that our website look purely Indian cuisines website rather than looking something different. For which what I have to do, I have to click on the gallery option, and now I just want to add some text over here. Before gallery, I just want to add most eatable. Actually, it's according to your requirements, that what type of text you want to written. So I'm writing here most eatable recipes gallery. Now I will also do the basic editing over here in this title as well, for which what I have to do, I have to change the HTML tag to the H3 and go to the style option, go to the typography, make the font size to the 55 as I said previous one to the 55, and make the color to the make the font to the Time New Roman option, and then all I have to do is change the color. Previously we used the blue color over there, so I'm also using the blue color over here so that we can actually match this H3 heading to the previous one. You can easily see the difference over here. Now we have to add the images to the gallery, for which I have to click on the gallery, and you can see that 6 items are selected. If you want, you can click over here and change the items according to your needs. So I click over here, and if I want, I can actually provide the captions over here, but over here I have to remove some of the product that I don't want on my gallery, and I will add the new items to the gallery, for which I have to click on the add to gallery, and over here I am using my media tutorial I'm ready to add the stuff over here, but if you want you can upload the images which I will told you later in the tutorial. Now I will select some of mine images that I want to add to my gallery. It is totally option and dependable that you want to add them to your gallery or not. So I have selected 5 pictures of that I want to add in my gallery, and if you want you can add some more. I actually love this egg over here, so I'm selected it and I'll click to the add to the gallery. Now you can see that some of the pictures that have their names, they are actually got this, but some of them are not having their names over here. So over here there is a picture of a vegetable stuff that I don't want, so I will click on the close option, and now we have our 8 pictures that can display easily. And over here we don't have a caption, so I can write here the one says eggs omelette. You can write it according to the needs that you want. Now you can see that all the Indian stuffs are looking to the one side, and the blueberry munch and sessional scotch are looking to the one. I want to make it more customized. For that, what I have to do, I have to select this and I want to put it after potato 65. And for the same, I want to put that blueberry munch after the 𝗶𝗂𝗶 recipe. So this is how you can easily drag and drop your images and make them according to your requirements, that which picture you want first and then which picture you want second. Now as we have all of our pictures, click on the insert gallery option and you can see that our pictures are easily inserted over here. If you want you can add more of the stuff over here, and if you want you can remove them. So we have the 3 columns option here over here, and if I select it to the 2, so you can change the layout according to the needs. Now you can see that we have all of the images accordingly, as we have some images of the different heights, so we are facing up this type of white responsive area over here, but we can fix it out later if we want. If you want you can actually remove them or adjust them according to your side. After that, what we have to do, we have to click on the update button each time we perform something different and do some customization to our website. It is a good deed to performing that. That's all about the gallery part over here. Now I want to add some of the videos over here. I want that the pictures I display upon the gallery, I can actually display a video of any of my recipe over here, for which what I have to do, I have to click on these 9 little squares over the top of my Elementor and search for the widget name as YouTube. You can see that we have the video option over here. If you don't have the YouTube option, click on that video option and then click on this plus icon and then drag this video option to that plus icon. You can easily see that I'm dragging this video option over here, and now you can see all the video relevant details over here. You can add your videos through the YouTube, to the Vimeo, Dailymotion, and if you want any self-hosted video, you can also upload it. But from this tutorial, I'm using my YouTube video, so I can select up the YouTube option over here. You can see the hover of the YouTube on the screen. Now what is this? This is the link section in which I have to put up my video URL. I have selected this cheesy chicken tender recipe by Shireen Anwar on Masala TV, which I want to display on my website. For that, what I have to do, I click on the share option and copy the URL of the video I want to display. I'll go back to my Elementor section and click on the link option and just paste that link over here, so that you can easily see that the cheesy chicken tendon recipe is actually starting display on the responsive starter template. If you want, you can add the startup time and the end up time according to your needs, and if you want the autoplay option, you can actually on it. So for now, we are using up the loop option over here, and you can also add the privacy mode and the models branding if you want. If you are using Sandwich or any kind of plugin, then I suggest you to open up the lazy load so that your website can easily function according to the lazy load. As I've told you that after each customization, click on the update button so that your website can easily update it according to your requirements. If I go back on the top head section, and we will have a review, so that we are starting our website with our taglines over here, then the subscribe button, then the part over here comes about the best Indian cuisines we actually are adding over here. Then we have our gallery option, which shows all the items that I want to display in my gallery. And after that, we are adding the video section of our Indian cuisine recipes. You can add many options as much as you want. Now I have to tell you how you can easily edit the testimonials, and this is the part where we can actually upload it the pictures. First step is to edit this testimonial headings. Now I have it on the H2, and as I prefer to have each of my heading to the H3, I'm also selecting this one to the H3. Now go to the style option. I want it to be something in pink and customizing like this, so I select the pink color from the color picker over here. For typography, I again goes back to the Time New Roman because I want my website to look equally and amazingly according to the stuff. I also keep it to the 55, and I will do it the extra thin if you want, or you can do it just in a black option for that. Besides that, if you want the text stroke, you can also add that. This is a good option, but I don't like to add it, so I'm just removed it. If you want to add the text stroke, make it to the color something light and something vibrant that can actually match with your color. So if I add the yellow color and I add the text stroke over here, you can see the testimonials are actually looking good. But for now, I'm just removing up the text stroke from over here. Now the main thing is that we have the testimonials, as there are two testimonials over here, and now I'm just adding up that. We are always talk about that we can actually edit the content, and I have to write whatever I want to write about the testimonial over here. So I have already written a testimonial which is looking something like that. Now what I have to do, I have to change the picture of the lady, and I have to change this name and the designation over here. For that, what I have to do, I have to click on the choose image, choosing the picture of the lady. Now I have to click on the upload option, and I will show you how you can easily upload the images that you want in the responsive standard themes. For that, you have to click on the select file and open your desired folder. I have my desired folder over here, and I have this lady picture which I want to display to my website in the testimonial. Now I selected it and click on the open button. You can easily see that the media is actually uploading, and now I have to click on the insert media, and that picture is easily changed. I also want to change the name from J. Dawn to the Hania Amir. If you want, you can actually add it according to your requirements, and if you want to change the title, you can add it. So now I can add the title doctor. Beside doctor, I can add over here the actor. And if you have any link that you want to display, you can actually put the link over here. That you want the image, for the image position, if you want it aside, you can see the select the aside option, or you can select the top option. But I'm good to go with the side option, so I can actually use it. If you want it to be centralized, you can also use the centralized alignment button over here. Again, we go to the style option, and we are performing our basic typography option, which I always told you that we want to it in the time new option. If you want the image to be default, and if you want to change the image size according to your need or your requirement, you can actually add that. But I actually really liked it on the 50%, so I'm just putting it over here. If you want the border, you can actually add the border over here as well. You can also add it the name over here, and also add their typography according to your needs. If you want to change the name color, you can also add it as well. So now I have to put up the blue color for the name so that you can easily see the testimonials. Quickly, I will do the second testimonials, and I'll come back. After adding the testimonials, now we have to click on this preview changes button to see that how our website is actually looking. So you can easily see that all the relevant changes that I have performed are easily seen upon my site. We have our best Indian cuisine options over here. We have our recipe gallery according to which we have just prepared it, and then we have our testimonials option over here with alongside with our cheesy chicken tangy videos. But if you feel that we are actually missing one thing on the main responsive template, and that is our blog. For which what we have to do is we have to click on this blank area and you can see a plus option of add section over here. I'm clicking it and we have this type of interface over here for dragging up the widget. So now I'm just searching for the blog widget and add it over here so that all of my blog recipes like this will display upon my home page as well. We also have the option of blog page at the upper menu, but I want to display some of the recipes to the main page as well. So for that what we have to do, we have to use our blog widget option from the Elementor over there. Let's get back to the Elementor and click on these 9 dots over here and search for our blog widget. You can also use the pre-add-on Elementors if you don't have a blog options in the Elementor options. Scrolling down, we can easily see the blog options in the Premier add-on options that I have, and I can easily select it and drag it to the widget area. I'll drag it and you can easily see that my blog section is actually this started displaying in the responsive template. Now I have to also customize it and add a Premier heading to it. But before adding the heading, let's customize it. The skin is actually the classic. You can actually change it to according to your requirements, either the modern, either the cards, or either the on-site skin. So I like the on-side look. It will give like a very good look up to my responsive template, which I actually really love. So I can actually have it like this. If you want the grids, you can do the yes option, and if you want it, you can close it as well. The layout is even so that all the blog posts are actually looking nice. If you want, you can increase the number of columns as well, and if you want, you can choose that how many posts you want to display. I want to display 4, so I'm just putting it on the 4. If you want, you can add the queries as well over here. Like you can add the source, you can add the categories, you can add different type of the setting over here, the date, the ascending and descending order. If I change it to the ascending order, the you can see the posters are shuffled, but I am actually making up the Indian theme over here, so I'm just putting it to the descending order so it can actually display my Indian content over here. If you want, you can add the feature image setting as well, that you want your feature image to be display of how many width you want it, size, the full size, you want it to zoom in, zoom out, or anything that you want. You have different type of options over here, so you can select it, but I'm going over here with the zoom in options. If you want to increase the height, you can actually add that as well. Then you have the display option, then advanced, carsoule, and navigation options as well. As I told you, after each of the customization, click on the update option. Now again, we have to add the heading over here, for which what I have to do, I click on the addition section and then again click to the 9 squares and put the heading widget over here. Now I have to write here the blog section. Read our blog, I'm writing here. You can write it according to your requirements. And now I'm again doing all the basics headings options that we are actually applying. I'll go back to the family option, make it Time New Roman, and goes back to the blue color that we are actually providing. Beside it, I have to increase my typography option size to the 55 so that we can match it to our previous stuff. If you want, you can also align the content. I want to align the content to the centralized option, and then we have to click on the update option so that our blog section is also added to our website. When we have our website previously, we don't have our read our blog option, but now it just updates, so you can easily see the read our blog option in our website as well. Here you can see it nicely. Now the one thing that the restaurants are actually adding, and it is just more than the Elementor kind of stuff, is the WP form that people are actually using. So I'm here creating up a new widget over here. I'm just going back to the widget option and I'm just adding a heading over here with the name of make reservation. I want it to be H4. I want it to be left align. I want the size and color to be changed. First of all, I want to change it to Time New Roman, and then I wanted the size to be 33 and the color should be something like pink, so that you can make the reservation over here. If I go back to the dots option, and I can add the heading option again, and I'll put it below it like this. If I put it like this, and then I don't want the heading, I want a paragraph, and I can write some text according to my requirements over here. So as you can see that I add a paragraph says booking a table has never been so easy with free and instant online restaurant reservation book now. Now this is how we can add the different type of paragraphs besides the heading as well. I will click on the update option, and I will show you how to create a WP form for the reservation, and then we are actually adding it to our website as well. For that, what we have to do, we have to go back to our dashboard over here. So I'm just clicking on my name and goes back to the dashboard option, and then we have to use our WP form options over here. If you don't have a WP forms plugin, just go back to your plugin sections and install that form over here. Now I have to click on add new options and create a reservation form for myself. This template is also providing some of the amazing WP form templates which you can use, but I'm again over here going with the blank form because I actually love to create different type of forms according to my requirement. So I'm actually building up a responsive form over here. So first of all, this is how the WP form is actually look like. Now I have to create a form for which the name is actually required. So I click on the name option and drag it. So you can see we have the first name and last name option over here. If you want it to require, just click on the required option, and if they are not necessary, then don't click on the required option. But exactly for any reservation we require the name, so I click on the required option, and then I'll go back to the add fields option. After adding the name, I want to add the email option as well. So I'll again goes back to the email option. If you want to enable the email confirmation, please open this up so that each time everyone is filling up the form, they have to confirm their email again. But for now I don't want it, so I will keep it like that. Now I want to add a single line text in which I have to ask for the time and date. So I click on the single line text over here, and after clicking over here, I will change the label to the date so that we can know that which date you want your reservation to be. I'll make it required again, and then again I'll go to the add fields option. If you want, you can actually copy it from over here, and it asks, are you sure you want to duplicate this file field? So I can say click OK, and it is clearly said date copy. Now I want to change the label to the time over here, and I'll also make it to the required. Now again goes back to the add fields, and now I would just only want to add one more thing, and it is a number slider. I'm actually adding the number slider over here. So after changing the label to the number slider, I will put here persons. I will add the text person seats to be mentioned. Okay, so now I can know that how many persons are actually booking up the reservation. I'll keep it below. I'll keep it like from 0 to 10 so that they can easily scale it up and let me know that how many persons are actually booking up the reservations. After completing this, now what we have to do, we have to click on this save button over here so that our WP form is saved. If you want, you can actually click on the preview button so that we can easily see that how our WP form is actually look like. So you can see that platform preview is actually looking like that how we created it. Now I want to put it, now I actually want to put it into my blog again. So for that, what I have to do, for that I again goes back to my Elementor page over here, and now I'm again clicking to the add section button like this. Now I goes back to the Elementor options, and I can search over here WP form. I searched the WP form and got the WP WP form option over here. So I'll just drag this and drag it like over here. So I have the WP form option here. If you click on the drop down menu, you can see all the forms are available that you have created over here. So we have just created this blank form over here. So I'm just selected it, and you can easily see that the form is actually displaying. If you want, you can also select it from over here. So this is how the form is actually displaying. This is the simple contact form that I'm selecting over here. I'll actually make a reservation sign up form like this. So we can actually put it over here. After that, what we have to do, we have to click on the update button so that our reservation form is also added to our website. Now take a look at our website that before taking the look at our website, now we have to do some final touches over here. Like I have to edit up my contact information. You can edit it according to your need. If you want, you can put the icons according to the contact as well. If I click on the icon library, and I can search for the item contact, so I can have it. If you don't have it, then click on the and click or search something like home kind of option over here, and then select and insert it, so that we have our option over here. And now you have to put your address over. I will edit this text, and I will write main road HSTC building. Okay, like this. And now you can see the home option, home icon over here, my address over here. If you want to add your number over here, you can also edit that number as well. So I'm just adding up on my number like +92. This is how I add a number as well. If you want, you can actually apply on the link, apply on the inline as well. But now I can actually have it like this. If you want, you can actually change all the stuff that you want. But for now, I don't want to change anything else. Click on the update option, and then I will click on the preview changes option to see that how my final website is actually looking like. So this is how you can see that just by adding up some plugins and theme, we can customize our websites according to our needs and rank them on the Google easily and make our business grow in today's modern world. That's all for today. Hope you like studio tutorials. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We'll see you in the next one.